Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project365, episode 273. Today what we're doing is piggybacking on yesterday's episode, squat technique. If you guys have been following along, read my posts, read my blogs, you'll notice that I always harp upon three things, three pillars of squatting. The first one I say is midline stability, and we talked about that yesterday. We talked about torso collapse. We gave two references, two reference points. What we wanted you guys to do is we wanted you to visualize the upper rib cage, and we did that with some tape. And then we wanted you to compare that to the belt line. If you were able to do that with your hands, and you were to see a change in the torso, and it didn't stay rigid, either it collapsed, and that space became tighter, or we dumped into hyperextension, and that space widened. Both of those we said were faults, and then we needed to correct them. And the way that we could do that was by first tightening our glutes to raise our belt, right? Then bracing that tummy like if we were going to get hit in the stomach. And from right there, we'd work on our hip hinge, which brings us into today's episode. The second pillar that I talk about is the ability to hip hinge. And that's the ability to keep our torso tight, still in a neutral position, and allow ourselves to bend over our hips rather than through our back, right? So the inability to hip hinge would look something like this, right? The ability to hip hinge would look something like this, where this stays nice and tight, nice and rigid, and independently we fold over top of our hips. I got a good drill for you guys today to look at, and we'll see if we can put it together. It's really, really simple. All we need is a physio ball and a wall. Take the physio ball, bring it down so that the ball is just below your shoulder blades, right? Above the small of your back, but in your shoulder blades. Now, you don't want your feet way out here. You want them to walk in until you feel like the ball is pushing you forward, like you feel like you're on your toes. And now what you're going to do is keep that rigid tummy, squeeze the butt, tighten the tummy, and what you're going to try to do is dive your butt underneath the ball, but still keeping that rigid spine, okay? So if I just start just like this, I'm going to try to fall back underneath, and I come up. I should feel like the ball pushes me forward. If I want to increase this, and I want to make it feel like I'm going to do that back squat from yesterday, I just go ahead and take a different bar, okay? Do the same thing. I'm just going to move back, 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 back until I feel like I'm going to fall forward, okay? And then I'm going to let my butt dive underneath and come on up. Dive underneath and come on up. It's a really good one to get you feel where that butt drops back first, and at the same time your torso is going to move forward. Because what we want to see is we want to see the torso move forward an inch for every inch that the butt moves backwards. You'll see me go like this all the time. That's what we're trying to do. So that's our second pillar. Stay tuned for tomorrow, where we're going to hit the third and final pillar, the ones that I always talk about. And guys, if you're looking for additional information, make sure you're checking out the post. I write a bunch of stuff on the blog itself, so check out the website as well, okay? Until tomorrow, we are optimizing function to optimize performance.